Friends, watch and see what was the real reason behind these two girls stealing the mobile phone in this video. The shopkeeper says, "Here, take this other phone." The girl says, "Yes, show us more." The girl quickly picks up the phone, opens the box, takes out the phone and hides it under her foot. The shopkeeper shows a new phone. The girl says, "Yes, this one is also fine." The shopkeeper says, "Now which phone do you want from these?" The girl says, "No, we didn't like any right now. We'll come back later." They start leaving. The boy says, "Wait, what kind of behavior is this?" The girl angrily says, "What do you mean? We didn't like any of your phones." The boy says, "These phones are so good and you didn't like any." The girl says, "Yes, we didn't like them. What's your problem?" The shopkeeper says, "You're not doing the right thing." The girl says, "Hey, are you mad? We didn't like the phones and we didn't take any. That's it." The other girl says, "This shopkeeper has gone mad. Let's go." And she grabs the other girl and leaves. The shopkeeper says, "Wow, none of my phones got sold." He picks up the phones and notices one box is light. As soon as he opens it, there's no phone inside. He gets angry, opens another box, and that's also empty. He says, "They took my phone and ran away." Meanwhile, the two girls are running. One girl takes out the phone from under her foot and hands it over. Then she takes out the second one from the other foot and gives that too. The girl says, "Thank God, we got the phones. Now we'll expose him." The girl says, "Look at that man, where is he?" The girl sees him and says, "He's over there. Let's go." They go to him. The boy is poor and sitting with a phone. At that moment, both girls come and grab him. He says, No, I didn't do anything. Please let me go." The girl starts laughing. Meanwhile, Johnny, the shopkeeper, is shown selling mobile phones. The poor man comes to him and the shopkeeper says, "Yes, which phone do you want?" He says, "That one." The shopkeeper says, "This phone is very expensive." The poor man says, "Yes, I have some money," and takes out some money from his pocket. The shopkeeper angrily throws the money away. The two girls are watching them. The shopkeeper says, "You don't have money and you came to buy a phone?" The poor man says, "You dropped all my money," and starts picking it up. The shopkeeper quickly takes out a new phone and puts a faulty phone in the box. Both girls see everything. The man says, "I want the phone and this money." The boy says, "Yes, this is all I have. Please give me the phone." The shopkeeper gives him the box saying, "Here, this is your phone," and takes the money. The poor man leaves. The two girls standing outside say, "Did you see what he did to the poor man?" The other girl says, "This is fraud. We have to teach him a lesson." The girl angrily says, "Now we must get justice for this poor man. Let's go." They leave.